welcome to episode 2 of Toya Talks. I'm so excited about this week's topic, and it is about the power of showing up for yourself. Okay, because one thing I have noticed, even in myself, is that sometimes I show up for people in ways that I will not show up for myself. And if you have given yourself promises and you've broken them, this video is for you, as I have done the same and sometimes still continue to do the same. Okay? Use this video as your wake-up call, because the way you show up for yourself shows the world how to show up for you. Okay? So today we're going to talk about what it really means to show up for yourself, why it matters, what it looks like in real life, and how you can get started doing so today. So stick around to the end to see some tips, tricks, and some inspiration on how to show up for yourself starting today, like right after this video today. Yeah. Story time. I'm going to share with you guys some moments that I realize that I don't show up for myself the way I show up for other people. And by other people, I mean like potential suitors, jobs. Like you'll get up early and be somewhere at a certain time for a job, but you won't get up early and go walking for yourself. You know what I mean? So there was one time I did not show up for myself. And I told that story in the last video in regards to the pajama ball. If you're interested in that story, please make sure you go back and watch last Thursday's episode 1 of Toya Talks. Okay? All right. A moment where I started showing up for myself. Okay, so this ties a little bit into my health journey. I went to the doctor, got a full panel. I was having an issue with an eye that was like persistently red forever. It felt like almost a year. And no matter what I did, it would disappear for a little bit and then it would come back. And then, so the eye doctor was like, you need to go to your primary care physician. You need to let them know what's going on and see if they can test you for Sojourners. And there was something else, and lupus. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I went to the doctor, got my scans and things, and then the doctor tried to put me on cholesterol statins. And I told her no, that I was going to show up for myself by changing my diet and moving my body. So that's a way that I have been showing up for myself. So praise God that it was just a little scare, and the crazy thing about it is once I started taking vitamins and eating better and moving my body, the redness in my eye never came back. So I still technically really don't know what it was, why it lingered around for so long, etc. I'm just glad it's gone. And it is a result of it being gone, is a result of me showing up for myself. Okay. Also, another example, like how we say, girl, I don't mind a little coffee date. So right when I started my solo dating journey, I decided I was going to get up early in the morning and treat myself to a cup of coffee. And I overslept. And then I was like, had a man asked me out and told me he wanted to meet me for coffee at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning at this coffee shop, I would be there with bells and whistles on. But since there was nobody else there for me to let down besides myself, I felt like it was okay if I overslept, or it was okay if I decided not to go and I changed my mind about going last minute. Listen to your body, do what your body tells you to do, but at the same time, understand that those type of things are something that you can look at to see, do you treat other people better than you treat yourself? So now ways that I show up for myself is I don't wait on a man to do something for me. And I know some men will probably take it in as you don't need a man, or you don't want a man or whatever. I never said that. One of the things is I was raised in a way where I am able to fend for myself. So regardless of whether I have a man or not, I am going to survive. It is what it is. Do I want to continue surviving without a man my entire life? That's debatable. But at the same time, it just goes to show that sometimes we will give other people more respect than we give ourselves. And we have got to stop centering men around our lives. So now I don't wait on a man to give me flowers. I don't wait on a man to take me out to dinner. I could do some of these things. I could do these things for myself. Would it be nice to have a man to do these things for me? Yes. But does it mean that I will not be doing these things because I don't have a man to do them for me? No. See the difference? Anyway, let's get back on topic. Now, I am going to admit, now, when I first started doing solo dating, it did feel a little awkward in the beginning. Like I would sit at the bar, so it would be a lot less awkward. And then I kind of got to the point where I would bring a journal and I would sit at a table, or I would bring a book and read while I enjoyed my dinner, glass of wine or a cocktail. And I would just enjoy myself. And then it got to a point now I kind of look forward to these solo dates. And I've gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, I need to like cut these solo dates back to like maybe like once a week. But some solo dates that I go on, I I don't really call them solo dates because I go on them with the intent of meeting up with other people. Okay. So, but just solely like a nice Saturday solo day, I'll get up, ride down to the beach, sit on the beach for a little while, take a nap, read a book. I'll come back or I'll find a restaurant that's on the beach, eat there, and then drive back home. Like it's so serene. And over time, I just began to become more comfortable with sitting in my own company. And one of the things I had thought about, I was like, if you don't enjoy your own company, how can you expect someone else to enjoy your company? Whenever you do get a plus one, they should be adding to your happiness. They shouldn't be your happiness. Like if they leave, you're just not happy. If they have their own life, you're not happy. You feel like every second of your life revolves around them. I have lost myself in relationships before. So I now really genuinely appreciate learning who I am in these moments. Sometimes I learn little stuff about myself like that I never would have realized that I would like. Like I like carpaccio. I discovered that I like carpaccio on a solo date by myself. I didn't have somebody else looking at my plate like, oh my God, that's raw meat. You don't eat that, ew. And I tried it and I was like, oh my God, this is so good. I like it. And so I discovered that I liked it without having to hear someone else nag. And now sometimes when I do go out to eat and I order carpaccio with other people, they're like, my God, that's weird. But I've already determined that I like it. So now it no longer matters what you say. And what you say is not going to persuade me to dislike it because I know that I like it. Why showing up for yourself matters. Self-trust builds confidence. When you know you like what you like, you dress the way you dress because you like it, you become more confident in yourself. You're not depending on someone else to build your confidence. You're depending on you. So it's harder for other people to tear you down. And when you continue to keep promises to yourself, you stop doubting what you can do. You stop doubting what's possible. So we have to learn how to change the narrative in our brains, which a lot of times tend to go negative, right? So it's whenever you look in the mirror, I don't like this or I don't like that. We have to start building ourselves up. I love my curves. I love my smile. I love my little button nose. Like start telling yourself what you love to help build that self-confidence so it's harder for other people to try and tear you down because it's 2025. The internet trolls are out here. Keyboard warriors, whatever you want to call them, they are out here. So you have to stand up to yourself in the mirror every day and look yourself in the eye and tell you what you love and like about you to help build that self-confidence. Also, too, not just physical. You could be like, I love how resilient you are. I love that you never quit. I love that even though things aren't perfect, you keep going. You are striving for consistency, i.e., me. These are things that I kind of start telling myself in the mirror to let me know you can do it. I believe in you. Keep going. And that leads us into number 2. Consistency creates opportunities. I tell myself all the time, if I continue to be consistent, opportunities will come. And if I stop being consistent, there will be no opportunities. In the way that you are consistent, you keep showing up. And when you keep showing up, more people see you, more people like you, more people follow you, more people, and then they can share you. And then that creates more opportunities. By opportunities, you can also continue to go outside and network with other people. Put yourself out there. This way, it creates more opportunities. So if I just go to work and come home and I don't go anywhere outside of work and home, my opportunities to meet people are limited. And it's crazy because once I went outside, if you watch my last video, you will see once I started going outside to these solo dates, one extravagant solo date day led to me being hung up in a photo in a museum. Okay, someone painted me, and a painting of me is in a museum and is scheduled to travel around the United States. It's crazy, right? And I would have missed this opportunity had I just went to work and went home. People notice you when you are present and consistent. That creates the opportunities. And number three, you teach people how to treat you. The way you treat you, people will treat you. You talk down to yourself, like I was saying earlier about the negative mind talk. If you talk down to yourself, you'll accept that negative down talk from other people. If you talk positive to yourself, you will push back when other people try to talk negatively about you. I had a situation where someone pretty much was trying to come at me, and I pretty much let them know I have statistics that backs what I'm saying, not what I say about me, not what you say about me. So it's like you got to prioritize yourself, because this will show people that your time and your energy is valuable. And even though people will try to tell you that it's not, you can come back and show them, yes, it is. Here are some practical ways to start showing up for yourself that you can start doing as soon as you're done watching this video. Schedule non-negotiable time with yourself once a week. You must do it. It doesn't have to be a solo date out in public. So for instance, my solo date is like extra. So for me, one of my goals, I had started it, kind of fell off of it, but I want to get back on it, was on Sundays, I do my Sunday reset, which includes picking my clothes out for the week, meal prepping my salads for lunch, meal prepping my oatmeal mix for breakfast, and, those sort of things, getting the house fresh, stuff like that. So what I want to do is, after I'm done with all of that, I want to reward myself with a nice sit down bubble bath every Sunday evening at a certain specific time that I know, so that I can have that special dedicated me time. The phone goes on do not disturb. Only certain people can go through, especially like if you are a wife or a mom and you have little ones in your home or that need to be able to reach you. Do not disturb is better. And then you can have it where you can let your favorites of people that can come through. Or if you don't have any of those responsibilities and you're an empty nester and all of your children are grown and out and gone and on their own, what you can do is you can put your phone on airplane mode. Okay. It's only going to be for about 30 minutes to an hour, however long you decide to sit in the tub before you get wrinkly. Light some candles, play some jazz, just set the tone. You can do bath bombs, bubbles, flowers, all the things. Just make it really nice. And you can, like, some people will take like a tablet and watch a Netflix series, or some people will bring a book and read it. Just, make it your own. And this is your dedicated time for yourself every single week that you actually really look forward to, right? Another way that you can put yourself first or show up for yourself is stop waiting for special occasions to enjoy blank, whatever blank is, right? So you have some people, I'm not going to wear this dress until a special occasion. Girl, put that dress on and go to the grocery store. Who cares what anybody else thinks? Like, this will bring you joy. Some people only use the china, only the good china on a specific occasion. It's a Wednesday night. You feel like eating pot roast. Put it on the fine china. Like, why are we waiting until special occasions to create moments of joy and to show up? Like, you have got to make life worth living and not just like you're just existing. That's what I'm looking for. We don't want to be just existing. Another way you can show up for yourself is to celebrate small wins instead of waiting for big milestones. For instance, if you have a goal, I'm just going to throw a number out there. You have a goal to lose 50 pounds. You lost 3 pounds. Okay, you can celebrate that you lost 3 pounds. How do you want to do that? Whatever way suits you. You can have some frozen grapes or something. I don't know. But celebrate the little moments that lead to the big milestones. You don't have to wait until you lose the complete 50 pounds to celebrate by buying a new dress or whatever. You know what I mean? All right. So I have a question for you because I really want to be able to cheer you on. What is one way that you're going to show up for yourself this week? I would like for you to drop that in the comment section below. I would love to get down there with you, cheer you on. What is one way that I am going to show up for myself this week? I am going to be consistent with this YouTube. I'm actually scheduling my content. I got a nice flow. I got it from someone, I can't remember her name at the moment, but if I think of it, I will drop it in the description box below. And if you guys are interested in me doing a video on what that is, like how all of my content is being filmed, chopped up, screwed, delivered, and it feels sustainable to me, let me know if you would like to see that. But that is the way that I'm going to show up for myself today and going forward. When you show up for yourself, you stop waiting for the perfect moment and you create it. That is what I love about the solo dates. That is what I love about just being intentional about how I'm going to live my life and how I'm going to spread out pockets of joy to where I don't feel like my life is so mundane. When it feels mundane, people start to feel down and like, this is all my life is. And then you're comparing yourself because social media, right? Like all I have to do is just go on IG and I have access to all these other people and how they claim to be living their lives. And the way I look at it is everybody else's highlight reels. And everybody else's highlights reels are not real. Okay. Anyway, if you have made it this far in my video, I would like to thank you so much for giving me your time, because you could have been watching anybody else, but yet you're watching me, and I greatly appreciate you. I am so grateful to everyone I touch, your lives. I'm just so grateful that you have decided to watch me. So if you would like more content like this, please make sure that you subscribe, you share, you comment, you like, and you let the algorithm know that this is good content that they need to push out to other people so that they can get some good value. I would like to provide value to you. And if this is valuable, please, I don't want to sound like I'm begging, but please subscribe so that you, and turn the notification bell on so that you get notified every time I drop new content. Thank you so much, and I will see you Sunday.